What is up, guys? Tom here. Welcome back to another GTA 5 video where today we're going to be talking about the airport in GTA 5. Now, my kind of thinking behind this video is since the Cunning Stunts update that came out recently introduced all the stunt races and all these crazy things, but it was only car races, like Cunning Stunts. It doesn't say Cunning car stunts. Yeah, it doesn't say that, does it? It says cunning stunts. So where are the other two types of races? Sea and well, not sea. Yeah, like water races and air races. And this got me thinking about air races and how there aren't really too many types of planes. I was like, where do you get most types of planes from? The airports or airfields, as obviously the main airport and Sandy Shores, Mackenzie, and Fort Zancudo. But Fort Zancudo really isn't used because you can't go in there, can't land planes there or do anything in there without getting 4 stars. So really, that got me thinking. I thought, like, the airport really isn't used that much. Now, obviously it's used every once in a while. Say, with your friends, you want to go, like, somewhere miles away, I don't know, Polito. If you go to the airport, you all get in a Luxor, you just fly off, and yeah, you don't go back to the airport for ages. Or you have want to be an idiot in a Titan and just fly it really low to the ground. Those are really the only two reasons that most people, the only two things most people use the airport for. Now, it's such a big airport. It has 3 runways. It has, pretty sure, more than 1 terminal, gates, all these kind of things that could be used for so much different things. Obviously, San Andreas Flight School hardly even features the airport that much. I don't even know, really. There's one we're supposed to land a Titan at the airport, but then the engine fails and it takes you away from the airport, so you have to land it on the beach. One is a landing with engine failure. Rather than doing it at the airport, where you can actually land at, it does it at Fort Zancudo. Of course it does. You see, the game doesn't really use the airport, and that's why Cunning Stunts would have been a perfect opportunity for Rockstar to kind of get players to go more around this area by doing air races. Obviously, you could start them off at the airport. It means you could add more planes to the game, which obviously means people would have to go, obviously, because mostly people spend most of their time in the city. They'd have to go to the airport a lot more to pick up their planes and these sort of things. So it would really make the airport a lot kind of busier and make it more of kind of how it should be. Now, also, as you can see in this gameplay here, I'm literally just flying around in a stunt plane, which I do eventually crash. I don't know if this video is going to go on long enough to show me crashing it into the ground, but there is no traffic whatsoever. There is no other planes at all actually moving around. You can see the static kind of like airliners. I don't know what they're based on, but you cannot use them at all. You can't get in them. They're just models. They're static. They sit there. They do nothing. They're just for show. They don't move at all. There is no planes at all that land or take off from this airport, apart from the ones controlled by players, which most of the time don't even use the runways and just go straight over the grass and, like, they're gone. See, it'd be a perfect kind of thing. It'd just make it a lot more realistic. It's very, very. I know GTA isn't a very realistic game, but still they've put so much detail into the airport, putting all the runway numbers down, which they have actually got one of the runways wrong. I think I heard somewhere, like the markings, like the angle it's at, it's like runway 30, but at first it was runway 33, which is wrong. I'm pretty sure when I was just looking here, the runway is runway 30, but then the signs on, like, the taxiways say to runway 33 whatever, right, left. So there's a few things that are slightly wrong with the airport, but still, it should be used a lot more. You see, they should have traffic coming in and out. They should have planes landing, taking off, going to the gates, parking up, then leaving, and all sort of thing. They have a few they have traffic in single player, but the only traffic that's there is literally, I know, a 747 lands, then taxis to a hangar, which is a bit of a weird place for it to go, when you'd think it would go to a gate rather than just some random hangar. And then there's, I think there's, it's either a Luxor or a something else like a Miljet, I think it is, that lands on the kind of cross runway and then goes to a gate. And I think there might be a Luxor that also lands on that cross runway. Then after that, that is it. Nothing else moves. You see, they should program planes in the game just to spawn, fly around, all this sort of thing. Like, it would just make it a lot more realistic. What I also think is they should introduce, well, they should really allow you to fly the static airliners. Like, let's be honest, they're doing nothing else, so just, like, let us fly them. Like, I'm sure lots of people would want to fly them. I'm sure a lot of people would also want to see the 747 or the Jumbo Jet put into multiplayer as well. That would be a really, really cool thing for them to put in. Obviously, it would be the biggest plane in the game if they added it, because the biggest plane you can fly right now is a Luxor. No, actually, no, it's not. A Titan is the biggest plane you can fly, which, really, they have the cargo plane and the 747 in single player, so why can't we have them in multiplayer? Actually, the cargo plane isn't even in single player properly. Like, forget it. Who cares? Just add it to multiplayer. Like, it may go wrong because, you know, people are just going to crash into each other, but who cares? Like, just add them into the game. Make the airport look a lot more populated. Add ground vehicles driving around, tugs, these sort of things. Just add them. Make the airport look more populated, look more real, because it really, really isn't used about if you want to grab a Titan or want to go flying with your friends. That's literally all it's used for. Nothing else, literally, apart from obviously drag races and those sorts of things when people test cars. You can make racing tracks on the airport. I'm not really focusing on the kind of those. I'm focusing on the planes kind of aspects of the airport, if you get what I mean. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of the video here. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope Rockstar do something with the airport. Just make it more populated. Give people more of a reason to go there. Just make sure that there's more things to do. Like I said, it's called Cunning Stunts. You can have all sorts of stunts. You can have skydiving, like plane stunts. It's like the Red Bull races. I was going to say soapbox races, but that's like the go-karts people make at home. But you know what I mean? Like the Red Bull races where they fly in between the gates, really, really low to the ground. Those sort of things. And maybe kind of like also include boat races, which is kind of, I suppose, is a completely different topic for a video, but that would still be a really, really cool thing to see in the game. But anyway, I have been Tom, guys. If you are new, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button and like if you have enjoyed. But I've been Tom, and I will see you all in the next one.